Well, 40 years sounds like a long time, but when you're having fun, it goes by in the blink of an eye. Well, welcome back to Finding America, and I hope that everyone watching had a very Merry Christmas. Now, this Christmas was a very special milestone for me. It marked the 40th year I've been metal detecting. And I just wanted to thank all of you who've been watching, commenting, laughing with me, or at times laughing at me here on Finding America. And I also want to thank all the great people at Calico who saw my channel and saw something they really liked and wanted to support. I also want to thank my great friend and great hunting partner, Chris, as well. Each and every one of you has made my 40th year of metal detecting my very best year. Although Chris had some things he needed to do for the holidays, I just had to get out and do a little bit more detecting before Christmas. So I grabbed the amazing Equinox 800 and my arsenal of coils loaned to me by Calico for testing, and I headed out to have some fun. Now, this video consists of two separate hunts. The first one is a permission at a 1920s home. And the following morning, I went to a very small and unassuming spot that turned out to be absolutely rich in history. Well, I was hunting that sidewalk strip, and one of the houses I've been trying to get permission for, I saw the owner here. So I came up and I got permission to this place. It was built in the 20s, a little bungalow style. And just working my way down here. First good target, about the second hole I've dug so far. Appears to be an old weedy. So I'm gonna clean this off and take a look at it. Yeah, it's probably an early one. Nice little green color. So that's a great sign. We'll see what date this is. Well, I do have a date on this. It's a nice early one, 1918. So that is awesome. And hopefully there's some more here. So anyway, I'm just really thrilled to find that on the first row and see what else is here. Well, I'll tell you what, after that first weedy popped out, they just kept coming. Well, the next target was ringing in at a 20, and I popped it out. I've got another early weedy. So I'm gonna toothpick it real quick and give it a year, but having a lot of luck in this yard. And you never believe it, the guy that owns this house owns another house that I've been trying to get permission to. And that one's built in 1910. And he gave me full permission to hunt that as well. So it's a great day. Well, it took a little bit of cleaning, but I can now make out the date. It's pretty nice. 1917S. So that is a cool one. Well, next target was giving me a pretty decent high tone. And I dug down. I just wanted to show it to you. It's just sticking out the edge. And it's funny because I just got that 1917 here. Went over, got a nice little target here. So I'm going to pop this one out and see what we got. Probably another early weedy. Yep, another early weedy. 1919 this time. Yep, just got another one. This one was barely an inch under the ground. And this one's going to be a 1910. So boy, a lot of early weedies coming out of here. I got a 15-16 signal, dug down, check it out. Nice old key. Yeah, it says Lockwood on it. That's an old one. I'm gonna put that in the 30s. So, very cool little item. And I had to say, I don't believe anyone's hunted this yard. The guy told me his mother had lived in it for years and years. So, I am really looking forward to, I'm only on the fourth row of half the front yard. I still have a big side yard, huge front yard, and a backyard. So I will be here pretty much all day. Well, sorry for all the noise. There's a couple guys really going at the yard next door. But I wanted to show you this. I got a 22-23 dug down. I haven't pulled it out, but I'm pretty sure I got a pretty nice old pocket knife. About 4 inches down. Oh wow, look at that. It's pretty big too. Oh, that's nice. Check that out. Oh wow, still got the shield on it. Doesn't look like it has anything on the shield, but what a great knife. That's an old one too. So I'll get that cleaned up and let you get a nice close-up picture of that one. That's a beauty. Wow, 10 seconds after I got that pocket knife, I come down the road a little further and I get a 21. Nice solid 21. Only about 4 inches down, and check it out. I have not even moved it. You can see the imprint here where it was. It just popped out. I'm going to lay odds that this is an Indian, but I'm not sure. But the numbers are right. So I'm going to see. That side's kind of crusty. That was probably the one facing up. Oh yeah, check that out. Oh yeah, I got an Indian. That's awesome. Whew. I've definitely been on a streak with the Indians. Well, check that one out. That is 1905, and it's going to clean up pretty nice, I think. Definitely a nice solid green Indian. Very pretty coin. I always love digging these. Well, still working this front yard. Got a nice strong 24 signal. Thought I had a ballpoint pen, but check it out. It's actually a toy car. It's a Hot Wheels. Sure looks like Evel Knievel to me. Like one of his rocket, maybe trying to jump the Grand Canyon or something. But very cool. I'll have to check this one out, but it's in pretty good shape. And I have definitely not found one of these before. Well, just as with the Wheaties in this yard, after I found that first toy car, they just kept coming. I'll get a nice 2930 high tone, dug down and popped out another little toy car, some type of race car. I'll get it cleaned up, looks pretty cool. Well, I was getting another nice high tone, ringing in about 30, and you can see it here in the plug. Got another toy car. I don't even know what it is yet. I'm gonna flip it over. Looks like an old street rod. Very cool. Side pipes and everything. Even velocity stacks. Well, I was getting a 14 on the Equinox and dug down. That's pretty cool. Check out this old watch face. That is neat. See if I can get it cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll have to clean it up a little bit more later, see what the maker is, but definitely old. I'll put that back 30s or 40s. Got another pretty decent tone, about 22, 23, and I got another early Wheatie. I already cleaned it off, but I have a 1937. Very cool. Well, this next signal was giving me a pretty decent nickel signal. It's only 3 or 4 inches, but check it out. I haven't even pulled it out of the plug yet. Old key. Very cool old key. Look at the shape of that thing. That is awesome. Oh, it's an old Ford key. Killer. Yeah, this is a very early Ford key. This is teens to 30s. Just an awesome piece. Ah, love it. Love it, love it. I love the old keys, and I especially love the old automotive keys. Well, this time I got a 22-23 signal, and literally just 2 inches down, I was scraping it off, and got a 1919 Wheatie. I'll tell you, this yard is loaded with old pennies. Well, I tell you what, just 3-4 feet away from that last 1919 penny, got a 1213 signal. I've been digging a lot of Jeffersons out of here, but not this time. Let me see if I can get this down here. It plopped out, and I could see it. I got a buffalo. Not sure if you can make anything out there, but I'll bring it up here. Yeah, check that out. That's so awesome. Whew, I tell you, 2-3 inches deep on Indians and buffaloes and early wheats. It's incredible. So I'm gonna get this tooth picked and see if I can get a date off this, but man, what a great yard. Well, there you have it. And I can make a date out. It's a 1923 and it's gonna be a Philadelphia. I'll show you the back side again. Well, how about that? 2 inches down. Gotta love it. I was getting a 15-16. Started cutting the plug and I felt something, so I stopped. And all I did was pull it back. Can you see that? It's amazing. Well, it's amazing, you know. Another pocket knife. That's pretty cool. It's missing the scales on each side, but looks like it was lost with the blade open. But yeah, another old pocket knife, barely under the ground. So, very cool find. Well, this one was ringing in at a 21-22, not very deep, just like all of them. And this one's going to be a 1939 Wheatie. I'll tell you what, I don't remember the last time I've dug so many early Wheaties out of 1 yard, but very cool. Well, the next morning, what can I say? I still wanted to go out and do some more detecting. But the weather forecast didn't look like it was going to cooperate with me. We had a big front coming in, and they were calling for rain in the early afternoon. So I decided to get up very early, head on out, and get as much detecting time as I possibly could before the rain started. Now, I had a spot in mind. It had been one that had been in the back of my head for quite a while. I would drive by it. It's a very unassuming spot, not big. I mean, actually very small. But it's just one of those spots that's kind of hiding in plain sight, and maybe no one else had thought to hunt it. But after I did some research, I found out there was quite a bit of history around that area. So I decided to go on out there and try that spot. And I have to tell you, I am so glad I did. Well, I am back out this morning, and I wanted to try this little area. And the reason being is because there's a lot of Civil War activity right here. And I remember they were doing some construction about 30 or 40 years ago, and they found a bunch of Civil War relics. So I'm kind of in that general area. And let me tell you, this is my second target. First one was, I don't even know, a piece of junk. But I got a 16. And I dug down. I can't believe it. It's awesome. Check this out. You ready? Because I just saw the top and I stopped and I grabbed the camera. But check this out. It's a complete pocket watch. Is that not amazing? Holy cow. Well, this is a face, so it's missing the door here, but look at that. Oh, man. That is awesome. Holy cow. Now, does this date back to Civil War time? No idea. But, man, I was not expecting that. That's a great way to start off the day. Let's hope it's not like the kiss of death. You know, you find something awesome in the first hole and the rest of the day is like blah. I don't think so. I think I will keep on going, but wow, what a great signal, huh? Killer, killer. Well, I got another pretty decent signal. It was about a 13, 14. And by the way, I'm also once again running in Park 2 with a few tweaks. But this is a good sign here because I just pulled this out about 4 inches down, half a horseshoe. So that certainly fits in with the background of this area. So that is a hopeful sign. Let's see what else we can get. Ooh, another target. Wow, definitely promising. I got a 16. I only had to go down 3-4 inches. And I thought I had a coin. But then when I cleaned it off, check it out. It is an early flat button. That is an awesome sign. A lot of soldiers just had flat buttons, especially Confederates. And this battle took place pretty late in the war. So I'm gonna clean this up and see if there's any back mark or anything, but that's awesome. 3 really good targets here. Well, check that out. It does have a back mark. It says Imperial Standard. So that's gonna put it between 1810 and 1840s, which is a good time frame and definitely falls into a Civil War camp that you could find these. I could be on an earlier spot, possibly a homestead that was here before the camp. But either way, some great finds, and I was just really surprised to see such an early flat button. Oh, I think I got something pretty good. I was ringing 1920, dug down about 6 inches. It's in the plug, and I'm just thinking that could be an Indian because it doesn't look like a zinc. So I'm going to pull this out. I pulled the dirt off of it and saw it in the plug. So let me see what, man, that's awesome. I got an Indian head yesterday, maybe another one now. Let me flip it over. I think I did. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah. Boy, I've been finding a lot of Indians lately. Whew. Second one this weekend. That is so cool. I found one at that house permission in the yard yesterday. Now I got another one. Let me toothpick it, and to be 100% positive, well, there it is. It's a little rough right now, but it is an 1800s Indian head, so I'm going to have to see what I can do when I get home and get it cleaned up, but very, very happy to see that in the hole. Got a 16 to 18 signal. Now I've been digging a lot of pull tabs, but you got to do it, especially when you're a site like this, because Civil War buttons ring up just like them, and this also rings up just like them. And that, look at that beautiful green patina. This is my second flat button of the day. Isn't that amazing? And it does have a very cool back mark. Can't make it all out yet. Looks to be pretty intricate. So another 1810 to 1840 flat button. And you know, the silly thing is 2-3 inches down. Well, this next find was completely unexpected. It rang in like a pull tab, but you know how that goes sometimes. Oh man, I have a great find in the hole. I got a 16, and I've been digging up pull tab after pull tab. Every once in a while, you know, they've turned out to be flat buttons, and honestly, I thought I had a flat button here, but I noticed the imprint on the plug here, and I went down, and I've been working on this, trying to figure out what it was before I turned the camera on. But man, I have my oldest Indian head penny ever, and it's as old as you can get. It's an 1859 as far as I can tell. It's a little cruddy right over the date, but I've gotten it cleaned up pretty good now. But oh man, this was probably lost by a soldier. Such an awesome coin. I have never found one. I'm gonna tell you what, that is just so incredible. So dig it all, man. It pays off. I have to tell you, I am definitely a happy man. Oh man, this one made me very happy. Well, that Indian wasn't in the best of shape, but I have to say, in my eyes, it was beautiful. I have to say, each time detecting is such a thrill, and I am so ready for the next 40 years. Now, as always, I have some very heartwarming, holiday-inspired historical photos from our country's great past coming up in just a few seconds, so I hope you'll stick around for those. And remember, it's history that makes that find a treasure. And I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.